Hey my everythings, I hope that you all are doing well. If you are new to this channel, welcome. If you would like to get notified anytime that new reads are being posted, please feel free to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you can get those notifications, okay? This read is going to be for Libra. Libra, I'm seeing that the spirit of true self is seeking security from healing, like maybe there was some type of injury that you got or some type of way that you were hurt. But what I'm really seeing is that you want to be like in a healing energy, or that's what you're in during the cycle of the read, okay? I am seeing that you're needing to heal from some type of anxiety. And I'm also seeing assembly lines, so that's just like a representation of like there being a process to that, okay? So I'm seeing the backstabbing, where like maybe there was some type of heartbreak or pain, separation or loss that you experienced, deception and lies, or something that kind of like shocked you. Something that kind of like disturbed your peace and made you feel like hurt is what I'm seeing. And whatever this disturbance of your peace, it also made you feel like you had anxiety. And you're just like in the process of trying to heal from that. So then I'm also seeing the love card. So maybe you were heartbroken, though I'm really seeing that you're not heartbroken. So you may just, like I said, be in the process of healing and moving on, okay? So with this love card, I am seeing that you're moving towards love, unconditional love, self-love, wholeness, feeling balanced, being in an energy of affection and attraction with yourself, and also with, you know, whoever you're in a romantic relationship or partnership with, and also operating in an energy of selflessness, okay? Then I'm seeing the poker face card as a challenge, or something that you may have overcome. So when it came to whatever it is that you experienced in the past that had to do with anxiety, I'm just seeing that you've really just like been putting on a brave face, so that you can get over it, so that you can overcome it. And what I'm really seeing is like you're not allowing anxiety or depression or emotions that would make you feel stuck to have you toting the line of being whole or balanced. You know what I mean? Like, because you do want to be restored in that energy of self-love. So when it comes to taking risk or gambling with your peace of mind or your healing energy, I'm just seeing that you are putting on a brave face, and there's nothing wrong with that because you're soldiering through, okay? And I'm also seeing that a big part of that process is grounding. Like I said, with the assembly lines, I am seeing the process. So a big part of that process is grounding. Just remaining grounded in what matters most and remembering what is important to you so that you can continue to be in that healing energy. One of the main things that I said to one of my friends not too long ago was, it is good for people genuinely to be in a healing energy where you're not continuing cycles of toxicity in the dynamics of your personal or professional relationships, because of what you've gone through in the past, right? And one of those challenges is that even as a healed person from your trauma, whether if it's from your childhood or past relationships or whatever, you still have to go out into like a world full of people that want you to reflect upon them. That healing energy is what I will say. No matter what it is that they're going through, right? So what I will say is that I completely can understand why you would be putting on a brave face, and that's because even though you weren't the one that inflicted the harm on yourself, essentially you're responsible for your healing and also responsible for protecting yourself from allowing others to hurt you or to inflict more trauma or pain or injuries onto you. Do you get what I'm saying? So I can understand the whole entire thing. I'm just like, I see the fullness of time, because that's the I do reads based on the fullness of time, and what I'm really seeing is like someone putting on a brave face. Though I understand that the reason why you are putting on a brave face is because you want to remain whole from all of the shadow work that you've done to heal from however you've been harmed, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Anyone that doesn't respect that, those boundaries is just someone that has to accept that you are different from them, right? So what I'm seeing is that you are practicing your grounding so that you are strong in your stability and your security, and you're in that energy of growth and being able to endure. One of those things is your vitality. Like, people look at you and people see like how you are strategizing your growth and your endurance and balancing that out with your vitality and your wellness and your wholeness, so that you remain grounded in what matters most to you. Those are the foundational values of what help keep you grounded and stable. And that also includes setting boundaries and not involving yourself in other people's BS. So I'm also seeing that this energy of a twin flame union is kind of lingering. So it may have to do with like you wanting to be involved in a twin flame union, or that a twin flame union is on its way, okay? Regardless, like I said, there is a twin flame union somewhere in the midst of all of this, okay? So the emotions and the specific messages associated with the overall read is that forgiveness is healing. So if you did experience some type of backstabbing that caused you some type of anxiety, it is a part of the healing process to be able to forgive, to have an open heart and be able to forgive. And with that love card, as you are operating in this energy of unconditional love, it's definitely balancing who it is that you are in the spirit of true self that wants to remain healed, that you recognize that a part of dealing with people that aren't healed or may not be healed or not in the same frequency or energy as you is having a level of acceptance and giving them the space and time to grow on their own, okay? So this is also saying for you not to panic, because like I said, I was seeing that you are seeking healing from some type of anxiety. So don't panic. For you not to be annoyed. So maybe you were being annoyed by someone, that someone is missing you, or you may be missing someone. It says for you not to be worried or concerned, for you to be thankful. That is so funny that that word came out, considering that I'm wearing this hoodie. For you to be thankful, for you not to be hostile. So what I'm seeing, because that thankful card was covering hostility, is that maybe that's what you're putting a brave face on for, so that you're not hostile. Like, you don't want to be hostile with no one, and you know that certain things trigger your anxiety and could cause you to be hostile. So you're putting up a boundary, and that boundary is centered around you having unconditional love for yourself, and you being aware of needing to have that love for yourself, as well as you being in an energy of thankfulness, okay? And I'm also seeing for you not to be afraid. So I'm also seeing that the soul has been teaching the spirit of true self some lessons in regard to the northern and the western wind. So with that northern wind, that does have to do with community and partnership. The soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about community and partnership when it comes to the healing energy that you're seeking. So what I'm seeing is that it's showing you that you get this healing by the way of community and partnership, your relationships, the dynamic of your relationships, where you feel safe, who you feel safe with. And that could be that twin flame energy that, like I said, is in the midst of all of this. So I am seeing Broadway, so it could have to do with like a relationship that you're in where you felt like it was a show, or what I'm really seeing is a display of affection with the love card. A display of affection is giving a hug, because I'm also seeing the northern wind giving a hug. So someone may be representing that northern wind in your life, like showing affection to you. Yeah, I'm seeing a display of affection is that person giving you a hug with the northern wind, okay? And then I'm also seeing the western wind, which has to do with the process, right? The process of healing. And with that forgiveness is healing card, like someone is displaying affection to you through the act of forgiveness by the way of giving a hug or communicating with you via email or text message or something like that. Maybe it could even be giving you a call. Either way, this could be family, it could be your child, it could be your friend, it could be someone that you work with. Like the dynamic of whatever it was just like expanded. And I'm seeing that maybe the safe space was the twin flames union. Nonetheless, the display of affection, I'm seeing that it just may have been like unexpected because of the backstabbing card, right? Though that's what I'm seeing, like you are a balancing act of God. So this display of affection that someone is either trying to give you or you're giving to someone else to demonstrate this healing energy that you have learned, like you've learned that this demonstrates an energy of healing and forgiveness, wholeness, balance, okay? Like we're good with each other type of energy. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing. And then, like I said, with the western wind, it is showing the process of communication, vibration, dialogue, really. So if you're not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based on time that has been offered or is available to me for me to be able to share the message with you. So thank you. The time that had been offered to me is the Six of Cups. With the Six of Cups, it's representing an energy of support and guidance. So someone is either trusting me to give them support and guidance, or yeah, that's just what I'm getting. So with the Six of Cups, it is being like I'm being received as like loyal and public spirited and delightful. Like the energy that was received to give, I guess, that kind of honor is delight. So thank you. And then the energy that I see you in for the cycle of the read is the Six of Swords. So it's like 6-6, right? So with the Six of Swords for you, I'm seeing moving on to calmer waters. So this is the Six of Swords just represents like you being able to have all of your affairs in order and be willing and able to let go. And considering the fact that you're seeking security and healing, and that there may have been some type of experience where you felt backstabbed or something like that, you being able to recognize those swords and line them up where you recognize that they don't cause any harm to you, though you use them as tools to defend yourself. And you know, that's just pretty much what I'm seeing. Like the Six of Swords is like, I learned my lesson, and from what I experienced, I'm packing my stuff up and I'm just gonna go. And when I say stuff, I mean lessons learned. So the lessons learned are the only things that you take with you moving forward. As far as anything else, like, you leave everything else behind, right? So with the Six of Swords energy, you're being received, like you're moving forward, like, quietly. Like, when I see the word loud in reverse, it's like gracefully. Like, I'm just gonna go about my business. Is what I'm seeing. And considering the fact that, like, you're putting on a brave face so that you are not hostile, is also speaking volumes, even though nothing is being said, right? So you're moving on to calmer waters, and I'm happy for you. That's really good. Okay. So in the past position during the cycle of this read, I'm seeing the Empress. So the Empress is an energy that either you were in, or it's the energy that was someone else that was in your life. The Empress is someone that just, like, is thriving in their creativity and their innovation and just, like, getting stuff done in their life. Like, I think the backstabbing card was just, like, giving a like a history to why it is that you're in this energy, right? And it's just like, you may have experienced some type of loss, and especially, like, in regard to why anxiety is showing up, or why you may have had anxiety, or maybe why you were seeking, or your spirit of true self is seeking security from some type of way that you've been hurt or harmed, right? I'm just seeing that as you are in this Empress energy, if that's you, or if it's someone else that you're sharing that time with, this Empress is thriving. I mean, like, doing good, feeling good, smelling good, looking good, can communicate well with others, is just being very productive, right? And this Empress is also being received as, like, lively, and people are very attracted to this Empress energy. So if this is you in this energy, I can definitely see why you are putting on a brave face, and you are being guarded towards energies that seem like, you know what I mean? So I'm just seeing, like, it's someone that's thriving in an Empress energy, though they're also putting up boundaries where, like, you gotta respect me, and that's it, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. Like, you move forward onto calmer waters, then there's either this Empress energy that's in your life, or you're thriving in this Empress energy, and then there's this strength. So you're displaying, like, a whole new level of strength because you leveled up with these lessons learned that you're moving forward with. So you're being received in this energy as eccentric. An Empress would be received as eccentric because they're, like, expressing themselves in a healthy way, right? Being creative, not being limited in how it is that you can express yourself, and your productivity is not being limited, right? And you're aware of what your strengths are, so that's awesome and amazing. Then towards the end of the cycle of the read, and I'm seeing that the reason why you're going through what it is that you're going through, or you're in this energy now, is because you've gotten to that point where, like, you've overcome that challenge. Like, whatever the challenge was, whatever lessons that needed to be learned by the way of whatever it is that you experienced in the past with the heartbreak and separation and pain and loss, or whatever it was. I'm just seeing, like, I'm also feeling that you may have been like, well, why did I have to go through that? and all I want to do is just like be peaceful and da da da. Sometimes it's because of our past lives, right? Or just the way that we think, or how we perceive our reality. And the only way that we transform and change within our reality is by the way of going through certain experiences. So that's why. Okay. And I just really felt strongly like I needed to explain that to you, because I can kind of hear why and how it is that you feel. So towards the end of the cycle of the read, I am seeing the Knight of Rods energy. So this is either someone that's coming into your life, could be that twin flames union, or it could be you, right? It could always be you. Though what I'm really seeing is someone that is ambitious about prioritizing how they navigate relationships. Like if you're going to be intimate with your partners, if you're not going to be intimate with your partners, like you're thinking about stuff like that, and you're also, like I said, ambitious about it. So what I'm also seeing is that this Knight of Rods energy is not someone that's desperate to fuck around, okay? So this is someone that's respecting sexual boundaries, someone that is also operating in that energy of like being sensitive and delicate. So you could possibly still be a virgin, is what I'm seeing, or you're just someone like you're being received as like delicate and very sensitive in regard to how it is that you move in that area of your life, like intimacy and romance. And you're not desperate to be messing around, is what I'm seeing. So you're focusing on yourself. And with this, the way that I'm seeing it, specifically with this Knight of Rods, it's like the Knight of Rods is looking at what their strength is. Their strength is their individuality and their own productivity that comes from within themselves, and how they have generated and created that self-love for themselves. Though the spirit of true self is seeking security and healing, and it may be hard to continuously operate. I'm not going to project that it's hard for you to operate in that energy of healing. What I will say is you're operating in this energy of strength and putting on a brave face, because you know that you are in the midst of vessels that your spirit did not animate. And what I mean by that is the very fun story about like how there were a bunch of sperm and then your sperm was the one that specifically made it to the egg. Like, that's just facts. That's just truth. No one else's story animates your vessel the way that you animate your story. And you know that you operate in a healed energy, though all of those other spirits, people, beings that are around you that do not display that same kind of strength and individuality and livelihood the way that you do as an empress, if you are this empress. It can feel like you need to remain grounded and stable, because that's just what works for you. Okay? So don't allow it to give you anxiety. Just understand and accept the process that your spirit is going through, and know that God got your back, and that you're going through these experiences because your soul is aligning you to go through these experiences. And remaining healed is an everyday thing. It really is. Remaining healed is an everyday thing. And that's just the way it was written. Okay, so you're being received towards the end of the cycle of this read as not desperate. Not desperate for attention, not desperate for sex, not desperate for love, though also being gentle and delicate with yourself. So give yourself grace in those moments where you feel like you got anxiety around people, or if you're having anxiety when it comes to being in a relationship, because it's not a fantasy to come across a twin flame union, and it can be a display of shadow work that you need to do if you are experiencing some type of fear when it comes to committing yourself to someone else or being in union to someone else. And that's not to say that you're in fear because of what you experienced in the past, or you're worried about what other people will think. It's just recognizing that the spirit of your true self is seeking security in the dynamic of the relationships with others. And it could be intimate or not intimate, though it's like one that you're seeking of unconditional love that only you can have for yourself, right? And the process of that may be giving you some type of anxiety. So what I'm seeing is, like I said, there is a twin flame union. You just got to be willing to operate in an energy of forgiveness, accept people for who it is that they are, and give them space and time to grow into the kind of person that they are meant to be, just the same as you're growing into the kind of person that you are meant to be. And the experience of the alignment that you had with whoever in the past, it was fated for you to have that experience. So that was something that you didn't have any control over, right? So what it is that you do have control over is your beliefs and what keeps you grounded and stable and secure. And then life, really, the universe really has control over giving you those different options and what those beliefs can turn into and what they may become for you, okay? So in your future, I am seeing the Devil card reversed. So this means that, like, God has obviously stepped in, and God is setting you free from the spirit of fear, the spirit of hostility, the spirit of worry, the spirit of anger, the spirit of panic, and the spirit of being annoyed. Okay? And I'm seeing that God is setting you free from that because you are operating in an energy of forgiveness, whether if it's for yourself or for others, because you know that that's the healing energy that you continuously need to operate in. And that's like a part of Christ consciousness. So if you want to know more about that, I should just suggest looking it up. There are a lot of people that talk about Christ consciousness, and it is an energy. And I'm just seeing that, you know, this is an ancient thing that's happening for you. Like, it's a cosmic and ancient thing. That's just what I'm seeing. Like, it's an ancient energy that is setting you free from those spirits of fear and worry and stuff like that, right? So that you are not in the energy of anxiety, so that the dynamic, it's like a weight is being lifted off of your shoulders or off of your heart, like a worry that you once had, that had like a strong hold on you, has no hold on you anymore. And I don't know how else to explain that, because it's not something, it's ineffable. It's not something that can be explained, because it happens like on a different dimension, like on a spiritual level, and it's work that's either being done by the, like I said, ancient. So it's being done by the way of your bloodline, maybe other people in your bloodline that exist out in the universe, or people in the past, or family in the future. Like, take it as it resonates. These are things that may not make any sense, though they're really true, because it just happens like that. And you like, I used to feel like da 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 da, and now I feel like, you know what I mean? And it's because spiritually you are no longer bound. And that's work that's being done in a whole different realm. It's not like when you go to a job and you clock in and you got assignments and missions and goals that you need to complete, it's a whole different dimension and type of work. Okay, so I'm seeing that you've been set free, so good for you. And then yeah, so that's gonna happen. So this is like what I'm saying, is something amazing to look forward to, and just trust God, right? Be graceful with yourself and be graceful with others when it comes to the process. The most important thing is being obedient to God's source energy, to be allowed and able to co-create that kind of reality for yourself. Like, you want to be set free. You don't want to always operate in an energy of your ego where you feel like you always have to defend yourself against people that they just want to be happy with you. They don't want to be your enemy, right? So moving forward, I'm just seeing that you will be in this Seven of Swords reversed energy, where you don't have to feel like you're hiding any part of yourself or the truth about anything. You can operate in an energy of truth. I am seeing you in this energy at this point in time as your life as fabulous, like very glamorous, very well put together. You could be a male or a female, take it as it resonates. The gender is not specific, though you are being also received as influential as you overcome these milestones, not just in this physical world, though spiritually. And you know that you've experienced those milestones spiritually because of how you feel about certain things. You've transcended, you've ascended into a higher level and way of thinking. When especially spiritual maturity, the soul merits the spiritual maturity when you overcome certain challenges and you learn certain spiritual lessons. So as you're operating in this energy of spiritual maturity with the Seven of Swords reversed, it's just showing me that you're also moving forward in an energy of more truthfulness. And you're excited and happy about it because other people are receiving you as influential and delightful and well put together. Okay? Like, you're an inspiration. People want to be like you. And it's like a sense of admiration, especially like if you do things on social media or whatever and you have like a following. I think it's super cool, because there was once that saying that love don't pay the bills, and in 2024, we're getting ready to go into 2025, admiration definitely pays the bills. You being able to relate with people that look up to you and that you've inspired for all of those things that you've overcome, or you just being your brazen, bolden, beautiful, demure self. Like, you inspire people, and admiration is going to pay the bills. That's just what I'm seeing. So good for you. Then as far into your future as I can see is this Queen of Rods. This could be someone that you are matched, paired with, in a relationship with, or this could be you sitting pretty in that energy, or sitting very, demure in that energy. Male or female, the gender is not specific when it comes to being a Queen of Rods. What is essential about being in the Queen of Rods energy is that you operate in this energy of nurturing, caring for, and providing. And that's it. You're being received in this energy as spiritually awakened and enlightened. Like I said, fabulous again. So, I don't know what else to say. You're also being received as radiant. So, like, you are glowing in this energy if this is you. And if it's not you and it's someone else that you are in alignment with at this point in time in your life, then this is the perfect and most amazing person to be around. Okay? So, to you, Libra, I do send love, light, healing energy, and balance. Because you deserve it. And I will see you all next time. Bye. Hey my everythings, I hope that you all are doing well. So we have a goal. Do you know how I do the service projects like American Red Cross, Habitat for Humanity, working with FEMA, I'm in the recruitment process for a new government service project that requires relocation, and your girl needs some money. So if you or anyone that you know is willing to help in the support or the move, I would greatly appreciate it. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, because we only have a few months. I know it's like a last minute ask, though this is something that we really need so that everything can go out and make a difference, okay? Thank you so much, and I appreciate you all for supporting the channels.